Let's go, baby! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. John, dang. I can't believe it, man. Like, I kept saying it. I kept saying, man, I'm so happy, man. For real, dog. Like, that's why I wanted Greedy Williams with the Dawg Pound, bro. Like, yes, man. John is my guy, man. Like, if there's any football guys, John is one of them. Because I kept on asking. I was like, man, get greedy, blah, blah, blah. And then I started falling off the train because I thought it was impossible. I was like, man, we ain't going to get him. I'm going to be disappointed. I don't want to be upset. So I'm going to just stop saying it as much. Even though I kept saying it in each of my videos. But, man, they answered, man. John is my guy. Oh, my goodness, man, because you could see like he know what's going on. Like his mind is my mind almost. Now that second pick, that Sione Takitaki, I might have said that wrong, my bad. I didn't see that coming. But I think it's a great pick, man. I think he's a good football player, especially from what everybody. I try to look up the film on. It's really limited as far as what you can find, but I mean, at least for me, for the common consumer, but nonetheless, wow, like I can't even believe it. Like I really cannot believe it because what this does here is, granted, we do got T Mitch. T Mitch is great. I don't got nothing to say about T Mitch as far as like his abilities and his talent. I think he kind of got played a little bit because I mean, he ain't getting played, but he got hurt, so it was like only so much of that we could see. But when he was out there on the field, I mean, he was a turnover machine. So, we definitely gonna get that. But the thing is, what you get with Greedy though is you get another shutdown corner with this amazing pass rush defense that we already got between Myles Garrett, Jannard Avery. Now you got that Oliver Vernon dude, and then you got what? Why can't I say his name? Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi. I don't know why I can't say his name right now, but yeah, the one in the middle. So Larry Ogunjobi. Okay, there you go. With those dudes in the front, right, creating a pass rush. You feel me? Like, and then you got Greedy, then you got Denzel, then you got Demarius, then you got if you want to have T Mitch out there, like have them all in like dime and nickel situation. Like, I mean, dang. I mean, oh man, like we gonna win the Super Bowl because we got Greedy, man. Because we got a solid defense that you not gonna be able to just do whatever you want on. Period. Like you're not about to be able to do what you want because all our dudes can cover, all our dudes can play the run, all our dudes can rush, all our dudes can cover the field. Like you're not about to do what you want. You might get us a little slip up every once and then off the snap count, or you might get a little help from the referees, but you ain't about to get just anything off this team, man. We going to the Super Bowl. I might as well start going to get my tickets to Miami right now because this is I can't even believe it. I cannot believe it. Like I was sitting here in days, just like sitting here, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe we just got Greedy, man. Like he was the one when I first looked like, well, who can we get at the 17? I was like, we could get Devin White. Obviously, Devin White wasn't available. He went in the top 10. But if we could get Greedy, man, to have that combination, that tandem with Denzel on one side and Greedy on the other side, and we still got T Mitch, man, we gonna have depth at the position. Like, damn. Then that Sione Takitaki dude, I think we should move into the outside. I think we need to focus on outside linebackers. That's just my thing on it. Man, what was so crazy about the whole draft though is like when the coach selected Rock Ya-Sin, I was like, oh snap. No, and then the Arizona Cardinals selected Byron Murphy. First it was Byron Murphy, and I was like, oh man, here come Greedy. They selected Rock Ya-Sin. I was just like, what? Like, is this really gonna happen? Is Greedy gonna fall to us? And then they had made another cornerback selection, that Sean Button dude that went to Tampa Bay. I was really like just blown. And then when I seen us make that trade after the Patriots went and selected that Juwan Williams dude, when we had made that trade up, I was like, oh my gosh, they heard me. They heard me. We about to get greedy. I'm hyping up and down. I'm jumping up and down. We made that pick, man. I'm slapping fives. Like, oh my goodness, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all done made it for me, man. Like, y'all, like, I don't care what else y'all do from here. Last video, I had talked about our rivals pick. I missed out on the Bengals pick, even though it wasn't important, but they did get Jonah Williams. My initial, when I was scouting them, see if he would have been a good fit for us. I felt like he wasn't really fluid enough. I seen like him allow the defender get into his body too much. I mean, maybe that won't be a issue for him in the pros, but I mean, I figured like he was too big. I guess they said it's because his arms are shorter. I just seen like people was too close to his body. I didn't really feel like he held it down like that. So I don't really think he'll be that great at the left tackle position. Maybe he'd be good at the right tackle position, but you know, only time will tell. You know, that's just my initial viewing of his tape. Now, you know, as far as like overall, you know, only your tape, whatever, they only show you so much because I'm only looking at the highlights and all this other stuff. So it might, you know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna be that great, but moving on. Big shocker in the second round for me was DK Metcalf going dead last. To the Seahawks, which is interesting that, you know, you give Russell Wilson a weapon, you know, and I think that'll be good for Russell because he's able to create on his feet, which will allow time to be bought, which will allow time for separation between DK Metcalf and his big speed. He just got to be able to catch the ball. Let's see what he can do with that. You know, if he can catch the ball for real, that would be interesting to know. Who do I think that we can go ahead and get going into these rounds? We'll be in rounds. We did 2, 3, and 4, or we did 2 and 3 yesterday. Did we do 4? Let me see. No, we didn't do 4. So we did 2 and 3 yesterday. Do we do 4, 5, and 6 today? So with rounds in round 4, I think we need to go after Amani Hooker, who might not be available, I'm pretty sure. He plays big for his size. I think he's like 5'11", 6 feet. And he has excellent cover skills. He kind of will replace what Jabril Peppers was going to be for us. I think Amani Hooker will be a great fit to the Dawg Pound because his cover skill is great. He looks like he plays well on the ball as far as the film that I've seen. And I could see him being a smaller but a bigger. He looks like a football player. He plays big, he plays aggressive, and he's alert. He's aware. So definitely pick him up if we can pick him up, John, or in the team. Y'all get this to John. Make sure he can at least think on it, sit on it, ponder on it. And then another one is we could get Mack Wilson. I think Mack Wilson is a great pick in the 4th round or the 5th round if we have to get him in the 5th, or if we have to move up to get him. The reason why I say that is because his coverage. I feel like coverage is the main thing. I think all the guys that we got on our linebacker group right now are excellent tacklers and stuff like that. I think Mack Wilson, he perhaps a little high, but for the most part, I think you can teach to tackle better as far as like taking, you know, a lower stance and stuff like that. But for the most part, in case it don't work out with Joe, we could slide him right back into the inside linebacker. Initially, I was thinking that we move him to the outside so we can have outside linebacker coverage. But as far as, you know, the reports saying that he's very intelligent, like he could be the quarterback of the defense, you might as well just keep him in the inside linebacker position because that's usually what it is. The quarterback is the inside linebacker position. So if we could get Mack Wilson along with Amani Hooker, we'll be great right there. And then I'm going to just go ahead and wrap it up on our competitors. The Steelers got Toledo, my alma maters, Deontay Johnson, who looked very good as far as the film go. Definitely a sleeper pick, I would say. And then they got Justin Lane, which I'm happy for him. However, but I'm kind of worried about that because I feel like Ohio players play some of the most excellent football. Justin Lane's from Cleveland, so with him being from Ohio, I mean, he did go to Michigan State or whatever, but he's gonna have vengeance going towards us, and I think they said that he used to be a Browns fan, so that's gonna kind of be like how what's his name, Ben Roethlisberger did us, where, you know, you hope I mean, well, Ben's damaged. He already played this song, and we hadn't heard this song, and we cry over it when he plays this song when he plays the Browns. But with Justin Lane, let's just hope he don't be playing the same song that Ben Roethlisberger been playing, where he just be torturing us because he remembered that the Cleveland Browns passed on, the home state guy or the hometown guy. So the Bengals got Jermaine Pratt at linebacker. I ain't worried about it. Let's just say it like that, man. Nick Chubb got them burners. You know what I'm saying? If Duke Johnson stay, we got them burners. Kareem Hunt, when he get on the field, fresh and healthy, while everybody banged up, we got them burners on the field. Like y'all ain't gonna catch us, And then when we come down to the tight end and the joke, man, we ain't messing around, bro. Our offense is loaded. It's loaded. And then we also got the Ravens. They got Miles Boykins, somebody from Notre Dame. I don't trust Notre Dame. Schools I do not trust. Michigan. Michigan do got players. They had Charles Woodson, whatever like that. Like I said, the old Michigan is fine. The new Michigan I don't really know about, but I do not trust. I definitely don't trust anybody from Notre Dame ever, and I don't trust Michigan players anymore. It's another school. I really don't trust USC schools. I don't trust any kind of California. USC, UCLA. I don't trust players from that school, really. So if we could refrain from drafting from them type of schools, I mean, like I said, you might get an exception here and there. But to really be like, I could trust anybody from those schools, I don't know. There's 150 plus programs. I think us as Browns, team. I mean, John could do whatever he want, man. At this point, I mean, he gave me Greedy. He got me Baker. Denzel Ward, because I wanted Denzel Ward too, but it was just, you don't know where they're going to do with that fourth pick. But if you go back to my videos, you'll see that I did make a lot of mentions. You can go back to my channel, you'll see I made a lot of mentions early in the beginning, about a year ago, that I definitely wanted Denzel Ward. It could be a possibility. I definitely trust Ohio State, when it come down to that. We have our bust, that Eli Apple dude, but, he wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you buy into the hype because that was such a great team at the time, that you just was willing to take on any talent from that squad because you thought Urban Meyer did his thing. But, yeah, man, I think Ravens going to have to keep doing that. They're going to keep getting receivers because, with Lamar Jackson and everything like that, there ain't going to be no free agencies free agents that's just going to come over here and be like, man, I want to play with this guy because you gonna play with Lamar Jackson, you gotta be alert. You probably gotta work extra hard because he gonna throw it to you on a bullet. So not only do you gotta run your routes, gotta look for an open position, but then when you look for your open position, you gotta be ready because the ball might already be coming at you at high flying speed. So we'll see, man. I think we in good shape, man. We going into this day 3. Gonna wrap it up here today. And I'm super proud, man. I'm super happy for my Browns, man. I cannot be as ecstatic. Greedy to the Dawg Pound, man. We needed that in the locker room. We needed that on the Dawg Pound. I'm happy for that Takitaki dude. Just add him on. Amani Hooker, if we could get him, and Matt Wilson, let's go. We out here. All right, the Real Uncensored Browns fan signing.